My name is Kashif. I have been in this industry for the past 9 years. I taken multiple batches for SCCM, Microsoft System Center Configuration Manager training. Trained more than I have taken more than 100 batches so far. I have conducted multiple training certificates as well. I started company and I started with SMS, the earlier was of Center Configuration Manager used to call as a system management server. Take you through what SCCM is all about, what exactly SCCM can do, what benefits of SCCM, and the scope of SCCM if you for this course, what you can do in your future. Okay, so let's do the history of Microsoft System Management product from Microsoft, and this was Microsoft in the year in 1990, and it as SMS 1.0. So SMS was system server, and that Microsoft in the year 1994. Then Microsoft released another version of SMS, SMS 2.0, year 1997. Then SMS System Management Server 2003. That was a major hit and major changes. Everyone started using this product, and they found this product mission deployment purpose, for patching purpose, as well as operating system deployment. So it hit, everyone started implementing. Later released multiple versions of 2003, like SP1, SP2, SP3, and then in two of from SMS to SCCM, System Center Configuration Manager. So System Center is a family, and Configuration Manager is the product. Okay, under System Center you have multiple products as well. So this is one of the products of Microsoft. So SCCM 2007, SP, these versions released by Microsoft later got multiple feedbacks from multiple organizations. Depending on the requirement, they developed this product. And 2012, they announced 2012. SCCM 2012, it was a with SCCM 2007 and SCCM 2012. Here as whole, how you operate in 2007, it is completely changed. Okay, it was a major change from 2007 to 2012. Microsoft released multiple versions as well in 2012, like SP1, SP2, R2, and they released the final version of 2012 R2 was released in May 2015. Now, after that, Microsoft released naming convention again. Okay, from 2012 to year and month. So 15 is the year, SCCM 15, 11. So 15 is the year and 11 is the month. So November 2015. And SCCM 1602, Feb 2016. Similarly, 2016, 1606, 1610, October 2016. And the current version, which is running at the moment, is 1701. That is January 2017. We call it as current branch. So this is the history of SCCM, System Center Configuration Manager. Take you to how SCCM works. SCCM works based site system site servers. Okay, so the top of the hierarchy in SCCM is called Central Administration Site, which is capable of handling 400,000 devices in an organization. Suppose you're working in an organization which has 200 devices all over the globe, somewhere, Americas, in Europe, in Asia Pacific, and you have that organization. So in order to manage all the computers, all the servers, you need a server. So call it central administration site. That will be sitting on the top of the hierarchy. Okay. One central administration site is capable of handling 400,000 devices. Okay. Then we have primary site. So that is also one of the important parts in SCCM. So one primary site is capable of handling 100,000 devices on the globe. If you have not that big organization, you have only 50,000, 80,000 computers or servers all over the globe. So you have 50,000 in America, 20,000 in Asia Pacific, and 20,000 in Europe. So you don't need a central administration site. You can go with primary site only. It is capable of handling all devices. Then you have secondary side. Secondary side is a child side of primary one side. Okay, second side cannot exist without a primary. Okay, let's say I'll take you this picture. You will be able to understand it properly. So central administration side is the one which is sitting on the top of the hierarchy. Then you have primary side, and under primary side you have secondary sites. Okay, like this. This picture represents an organization which has more than 100,000 devices all over the globe, and 100,000 devices in America and 100,000 in Europe. So you put two different primary sites for America, one for America, one for Europe, and you have branch offices. For America, for example, you have one office in New York, one office in California, one office in Monterey, one office in Mexico. So all the devices can be managed by secondary side, and all the secondary side will be reporting to primary side. Similarly, in Europe, you have branches in London, Budapest, we have France, Italy. So you can have multiple secondary side to manage those devices. Secondary side will be reporting to primary, and all the primary will be reporting to central administration side. That's the hierarchy. Okay. Now, for example, this one, the first one, Houston in primary side. When you have office in Houston, you have many, like you have only 8 computers at one place, one building. Okay, you have any other branches, so you don't need to have any station site or secondary site. Rather, you can go with a primary site. Only one primary site is enough to manage all the devices at one place. The second picture, which is Houston, Seattle, and Boston. So Houston is the primary site, and Seattle and Boston is the secondary site. So Houston is your office, and Seattle is branch office. Boston is a branch office. So you put one secondary site in Boston and one secondary site in Seattle, and both the secondary site will be managing the devices of those locations and will be reporting to Houston. Okay. Third picture which see is the administration side. So one is central administration side. They have 3 primary sites, or let's say one for America region, one for Europe region, one for Asia Pacific region, and multiple branch offices. So this picture, the first one, is for organization which is very less in terms of employees. The second, branch offices, and the third, if you have a very big organization where you have more than 100,000 devices all over the globe. So manage, you need this architecture. Okay. So SCCM manages. So SCCM will be all the computers will be either connected over LAN network, or internet will be able to manage those devices. So what are the SCCM? So functionality is asset management, security. So in asset management, you have hardware and software in different managing tool to what wares you have in your organization, what kind of software you have in your organization. SCCM is capable of handling those information. Software metering, you can manage your use of people are using license application and how many wasting the license. And based on that, you can purchase license or take decision whether we need a license or not. Remote management, using SCCM console, you can remote into any computer all over the globe, whether it is in London, whether it is in New York, whether it is in Chennai, Hyderabad, anywhere. Deployment, the basic functionality, this is the main important functionality of SCCM. SCCM is a deployment tool which will help you to deploy application. Let's to deploy one application called Google Chrome in all over the device in all the devices in your organization, and have like 50,000 or 8,000 devices all over the globe. You not do one by one in all the computers. It will take ages, right? So we need SCCM, and SCCM you do the deployment in one go, in one shot, and every computer will get the deployment. So you have the second important feature of SCCM is software. Microsoft releases patches every second Tuesday of the month. So you download the patches and send it to the end user so that all the computers are up to date. It is vulnerable. Operating system deployment is also one of the major features of you don't need a pen drive or CD drive to deploy operating system. You can deploy operating system over the network from SCCM. Okay, you just build the computer using SCCM. You don't need a pen drive or CD drive or manual intervention for operating system deployment. Compliance management, using SCCM, you can make. I want every computer to be in compliant. So you can set a bin, and based on the baseline, get a report that whether your computers are compliant or non-compliant, and based on that you can take a decision and remediate those computers which are non-compliant. Okay, power management, for example, after evening everyone leaves the organization, everyone leaves the office, so you want to do some power management to optimize the power, to save power cost, right? So to use power rule that after 7 o'clock the computer go sleep mode or hibernate mode, you get from SCCM. Then SCCM has reporting and monitoring. So monitoring, SCCM keep an eye on all the components of SCCM and checks that everything is working as expected. Every component is healthy. If a component is non-healthy, you will get a report and you can troubleshoot. Okay, security, you have endpoint protection, NAP, role-based administration, and SCCM. One more point in SCCM is mobile device management. Now now everything is going on cloud, right? So in organization, there are people who are using corporate devices, which are connected over LAN, are connected over the internet. In order to manage those internet devices, SCCM is capable of handling those devices as well. Okay, that's one of the major functionalities developed by Microsoft, and that comes to SCCM. And this started in SCCM SP1. It was not there in SCCM 2012 and earlier version of SCCM. So that is a payment from when they this mobile device management in SCCM. So these functionalities of SCCM. Now, what are the benefits of SCCM? The benefit of SCCM is this empowers productivity. You have a catalog. User do not need to uh, follow up with test or IT service team to get the software installed in his computer. The user can install the application themselves from a SCCM portal. The app store will be there. User can go to the app store and download the application themselves. Okay, and install it. Unified management and security it secures the infrastructure using compliance setting. You make sure that all the computers are in compliance, and if any computers come in non-compliant mode, you can shoot and verify and remediate those computers. Okay. Fits of SCCM. Now, what we do in the training, we go this kind of architecture. Okay, so we'll have one server which will be Windows Server 2012, and that will have our Active Directory, DNS, and DHCP running. We will have the server that will have all the pre-requirement of SCCM, like SQL database, all the features of WDS, WSUS, and then we will install SCCM on top of it. And we have a client computer, either Windows 7 or Windows 8 for application deployment or patches or operating system deployment. Okay, these will be running on virtual platform. Will be running on we will be running on workstation. Okay. Now directly to my this is lab which it has. I'll show you. So as you see on the top, this has one Windows server that is domain controller, the server which is SCCM, and the third one is the client computer that is Windows 7. Okay, SCCM, this is the console where you can match all your. This is the console will help you to access SCCM infrastructure. So then you have these sections here: asset compliance, library. So asset and compliance will have all your users information, devices information, your endpoint protection, the virus, compliance setting, device collection, user collection. So can all your user and devices, those are asset in your organization. So already here you can create your application packages and deploy to the end user computers. Updates, this one help you to connect with Microsoft Update Server, download the patches, Microsoft security updates, and deploy it to end computers. And this operating system you can use operating system deployment to anywhere in the on your organization. So you set rule operating system deployment, and the computer can be deployed over the network. Maybe London, Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai, anywhere. Okay. Monitoring will in this, and you check all the alerts if anything is going wrong with SCCM, any component which has any issues. You to this alerting section, and you can find out. Go and find out how many computers in your organization, what are the personal devices, what are the company devices. You get your custom queries as well. And this one is a reporting, very important section. When you are working as a system center administrator, you get most of the time your managers will be bugging you for reporting. How many computers are compliant, how many computers are non-compliant, how many computers with one kind of application, what are the application we are using. So this section will get all those information from this section. Administration, if you want to make some changes, like your discovery method, but you want to discover devices or boundary groups, or cloud version, like you want to have mobile device management, you can configure those things here. Or client policies, you can come here and do the policy setting here. Okay, so these are the basic information from and okay. What is the benefit? What the scope of after you learn this technology? So SCCM is leading the market. SCCM, I don't think there is any tool which is available in the market which can. Okay, so it gives you all the also, like, you can manage devices, you can set policies, you can deploy application, you can operating system in not only the computer which is on the network, but also the computer which is on the internet. Okay, you manage cloud-based computers as well. So it is a very robust tool, very tool, and it is leading in the market. Time, for my experience, I have conducted many training sessions. So based on experience, people who took the training, after like within 1 month, they get a good opportunity, because SCCM opportunities all over the places. Okay, so you are looking for this technology, I would recommend this is very good one. And once you start learning it, you also get to what things you can perform using this technology. So I hope the session was informative, and thank you for attending the demo session. Thank you.